Hey guys, today I wanted to do a quick video tour of my home office studio. Let's dive right into it. Let's talk about the furniture that I'm using here. First things first, you want to have a comfortable seating position when you're working so that you can be productive for extended periods of time. So this chair that I'm using is an Amazon racing style chair with lumbar support, neck support, and adjustable armrests. It also has a lever that you can use to recline the seat back and has a little bit of rocking action, so it's very comfortable. The desk that I'm using is an IKEA 2-drawer desk, and it's got lots of organizing space in each of the drawers. And what you can't see here is under the table there's a lot of cable organizing space, and it has an opening on the side where you can run all those cables through, so it's very neat, very clean, minimalistic. For most people this might be enough, but because I'm using this as a studio space, I have a second table, and this is something that I built out of IKEA parts. So the top is basically a shelf, and it's got 4 IKEA legs that I bought and screwed on. Very simple, and this gives me extra space for all my equipment. On top of this, I have a riser, which is also something that I built myself, and this is made out of parts from Home Depot. This is basically again a shelf, and the legs that I've got are basically 4 door stops. Very simple, cheap, and functional. So this is something that I'm using as a laptop riser, and also space that it provides underneath to store other things. On the side I have what is an 8-cube organizer shelf, and this is something you can buy out of IKEA, Walmart, Target. Most of the stores sell something like this. So this is pretty much my furniture that I have going on. There's one other thing that I have under here that's a footrest, very useful. This has some beads on it, so it's got this massage action that it provides. It rocks, and the height is adjustable, so very comfortable when you're sitting here for extended periods. Next, let's take a look at the productivity setup. My work laptop is a Lenovo ThinkPad. My personal laptop is a 2019 MacBook Pro. Both of them charge through Thunderbolt, and with a single USB-C hub, I'm able to connect them to my external monitor, to my external keyboard, and a secondary mouse. Now, I have a few other things that need to be hooked up to my computer, so this USB-C hub connects to a second USB 3.0 hub, and this one's a powered hub, so it gives me access to 4 ports which I can use to connect my mixer, my MIDI keyboard, my amp, which is my main practice amp, and an amplified tabletop amp. So all 4 devices get hooked up, and they all connect using this one cable. This also serves as a USB 3.0 quick charge power adapter, so it connects to my Anker wireless charging stand. I can place my phone on here while I'm working so it gets charged up. Now you may need to charge a few other devices. For example, I use a Jabra headset. This is a Bluetooth headset which charges through micro USB, and my phone which charges through Lightning. And so you need a few other charging cables. On the side of my desk I have this little cable holder from Amazon which holds all your cables. So I have a Lightning, micro USB, and another USB-C, so I can be charging on my laptop. So it keeps everything neatly organized on the side without getting things messy. Under the desk we have a paper shredder because you have to take your privacy seriously. We have a couple of hanging clips on either side that allow me to hold my headphones. So on this side I have a Beats headphones for casual music listening, and on this side I have another clip that's holding my studio monitor headphones, which are Sony MDR V6. On the other side I also have a waste paper basket because you don't want to have mess around your room. Next, let's talk about the lighting situation. Because I spend so much of my day in this room, I want to be comfortable spending that time in here, and I want it to feel welcoming. So I have bias lighting behind the monitor, so it's basically LED light strips that bounce off the wall. I have another color changing LED light strip which is stuck to the back of this shelf and gives this nice effect as it bounces off the wall. This lamp here is an Aukey LED touch lamp. I can turn this brighter or turn it on and off with my touch, and if I press and hold, it also goes into a color changing mode. that adds to the ambiance. I have a bed lamp on the side which also has a USB port for charging, so if anyone's lounging around on this bed and they want to charge their phone, that can be used. And I have a wall lamp here which has a LIFX color changing day and night bulb. So during the day its color temperature varies based on the time of the day, and in the evenings I can switch it to color modes to suit the mood that I'm in. For my task lighting for the desk, I have this LED lamp from IKEA, and again this is nothing fancy, operates out of USB and it takes very little power and lights up your workspace really well. Now let's talk about making music. I'm primarily a guitarist, so on the side of my desk I have this 5 guitar holder which I have 3 guitars in right now. So I have my Yamaha acoustic guitar, I have a Fender Telecaster Modern Player series which is in drop D tuning for all the drop D songs that I write. I have this PRS Custom SE which is in standard tuning and it has a beautiful sunburst color and tremolo system. I also have these PreSonus Eris 4.5-inch studio monitor speakers on either side. They're really flat in terms of their frequency response, so I use them for all my mixing. I also have them wired here and hooked up to a Chromecast audio. I have a small Google Home sitting here, so when I'm working I can give audio commands to my Google and ask it to play music through these speakers and listen to stuff while I'm working. Now, like I mentioned before, I have my tabletop amp which also acts as an audio interface, so when I'm recording I can use this to record music and have the output from this go to these speakers. So this amp is also hooked up to my studio monitors. And for my mixing I use this Zoom R16 8-channel mixer. This also acts as an audio interface. My mic runs into this and I have labels here for some of the other pieces of equipment that I can hook into it. When I'm not using it, it can just slide up under here. My MIDI keyboard for laying down bass tracks, drum beats, or general keyboard tracks for my songs. This also hooks up through my USB-C hub. For my vocals, I usually use this Shure SM58 mic with a pop filter, and it's standing here in the corner on a boom stand. So when I need to sing, I can just pull this down towards me and sing and record, and then move it back out of the way. My main amp for most of my recording today is a Blackstar. This is a stereo 20-watt amp. It's full range speakers, so when I hook this to my laptop, I can be using this as both my input for the recording and the output for the sound that comes out. So really cool, and I really love it. Now as we move along to this side, I have space for a coffee mug and a little cup that holds a few guitar accessories. So I have a capo, tuner, and a slide for my guitar. Down here by this side I have all my pedals and footboards. So this footboard connects to my Line 6 tabletop amp. This is a dual switch for the amp that I have here. I can use this with my Blackstar, but I also have another Boss Katana that it works with. This is a footboard which I put together with a few different pedals. It's got a wah, it's got a tuner, it's got an overdrive, boost, etc. Lastly, on this side we have a 2019 10.2-inch iPad, game controller for playing Call of Duty, and a Logitech Crayon for taking notes. Basically does everything that the Apple Pencil does, but costs less. Down here I have a Timbuk2 Q laptop backpack, which is basically my work laptop backpack. These 4 drawers hold random other accessories like my camera gear, guitar cables, etc., which I don't want messing up the space around here. So that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope this gives you some ideas for setting up your productivity space or studio. Thank you.